Ladies and gentlemen, week 4 of this trip has been pretty cool. It has bolstered me with a newfound confidence because I have faced the extremes of heat, elevation, and distance, and come out what feels like stronger on the other side.
Day 22. I did Nevada today. Yesterday I did like 5 miles of that little bottom tip in Nevada, and then today was just over 16 miles to get to the Arizona line. So did mostly downhill all day, a little bit of steep uphill. It wasn't too bad, but tomorrow I start with my new shoes in Arizona and gonna keep pushing further east. Yeah, got a lot of stuff going on today. We're going out to dinner at 4, so that's cool. And then I'm also going to try to get pictures of all of the shirts for the first 3 weeks. I'm going to be setting those up on the website for sale to help with fundraising. So if you're watching this and you're interested, all of these shirts are going to be for sale on my website, and every sale helps a lot. This journey is not cheap, but yeah. Day 22. It's going great. I think that my experience so far with this trip can pretty much be characterized by missing my wife, missing my dog, and missing my cat. There are so many comforts and luxuries of home that I have a completely newfound appreciation for since embarking on this journey. Day 23. Today was kind of my off day, rest day, where I only walked 11 miles. But it was all steeply uphill, so not that cool. My phone's been overheating lately, so I took off my phone case that was holding in a lot of heat, and I dropped it today. It cracked the screen. It's pretty messed up. I need a new phone. I'm waiting for this AT&T store nearby to let me know if the UPS delivery today is going to have some of the phone that they're out of stock of that I need, and if not, I'm gonna have to settle for something that's not quite as good, because it only works like 30%. It's like real shit busted, so that's unfortunate. Kind of a headache for the day, but overall I'm off a little bit earlier today. I'm gonna try to rest, relax, reset a little before I do a greater distance tomorrow. I think I've still got a lot of incline and elevation ahead of me, but tomorrow I'm going to try to push through as much of it as I can before it levels back out into some valley or other. But yeah, day 23 is not as long, but just as hard. For week 4 of this process, my daily drops are as follows. Monday was 91 drops, Tuesday 43, Wednesday 101, Thursday 54, Friday 72, Saturday 65, and Sunday 59. This brings my total drop count for week 4 to 485, with an average of 69 drops per day. Day 24. Today I did just under 22 miles. It was a very long day, but it was not too bad. It leaves me feeling very optimistic for the future of this trip. I think that I can pick up my daily average. The weather was a huge reason that I did so much today. Temperature dropped, elevation was up, clouds were out, raining intermittently, and it was so much nicer than the overwhelming, oppressive heat of the desert that I've been in. And there was also a lot of cool scenery. So like, even when I went into a valley, there was a lot more to look at than the valleys in the desert. I had a little lunch along the way, stopped at a bathroom because I was actually near civilization, and yeah, got a ton done today. My foot kind of hurts, and I'm trying to figure out if it's like a bruise
or what, but like the top of my left foot hurts pretty bad. So I'm a little cautious about that moving forward. I'll probably do like 15 miles tomorrow. Just a nice, normal, simple day. And then, yeah, gonna keep pushing for the next few days over to just south of the Grand Canyon. We're gonna see the Grand Canyon sometime in the next few days, so that's pretty exciting. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm gonna sleep, and I'm gonna do it all again tomorrow. The prospectus for the future is looking very, very bright. If today's weather relative to the elevation is any kind of sign for what I've got to look forward to in the next month and a half.
My daily distance traveled for week 4 is as follows. Monday, 16.37 miles. Tuesday, 10.92 miles. Wednesday, 21.84 miles. Thursday, 13.93 miles. Friday, 16.26 miles. Saturday, 14.5 miles. And Sunday, 16.4 miles. That brings my total distance traveled for week 4 to 110.22 miles, averaging 15.75 miles per day.
Day 25. Today was exhausting. I did 22 miles yesterday, and today I was tired as hell the whole time. I was ready to be done by like 4 miles in today. I couldn't wake up. I wasn't shaking off the sleepy soreness. I was so tired. I'm still so tired, but I feel like I've actually rested. Whereas yesterday, half of the thing that made me so tired yesterday was like I walked 22 miles, but I also didn't finish until like 1 o'clock. So I only had like 5 hours to eat, shower, hang out, decompress before I go to bed at like 6 p.m. so that I can sleep plenty before the next day. So it wasn't even just the distance, it's that I didn't have as much time to physically recover. So today I did have more time to physically recover. Gonna get back at it early again tomorrow, do more distance. I'm coming up on some more big, long, boring expanses, very desert-like again, but I think that after I get over yonder and round the bend, it's gonna get different again. The days where there is variance in the landscape are so much better. It's so much easier to traverse a big expanse when there's always a mystery of what's around the next corner, across the next hill. But week 4 is going pretty good so far. I feel like the days are kind of flying by. It's one of those things where it feels like it's taking forever in the moment, but it's all moving pretty quick. I think this whole thing is going to be over before I know it. It's just going to be a lot of very challenging days until then. But I'm built for it. So, day 25. Arizona's treating me pretty good so far.
Hey, also, last minute thought. I was about to go to sleep, but I think that it's worth adding. I miss my dog so fucking bad. He's a good boy, and I miss him so much. Yeah. Okay, good night.
On day 26, I had the most unbelievable chance encounter with a woman who was biking 30,000 miles in 30 days on her motorcycle. And I'm going to let her share a little bit about her story here now.
So I'm from Pennsylvania, so I started here and went up to Erie, did the Cabot Trail, and then the ride around the country started in Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan. So I drove around and come back there, and I came down, and now I'm doing Route 66. And then when I get to California, it's called called the California Adventure Series. So I have to do all 21 missions, 26 parks, and 15 roads in California.
Awesome.
And then back across up to Pennsylvania.
Day 26. I know that I got plenty of videos of meeting my new friend, but I was holding the camera like a banana head, so I'm sure that I'll find out while I'm editing this video what I actually got on camera. But very cool new friend, 30,000 miles in 30 days on her motorcycle. I'll probably link her everything in this video or put her information here on the screen. But yeah, very cool to meet somebody who's traveling across the country as someone who's doing that myself, because this place was kind of in the middle of nowhere. The odds of both of us overlapping at that day and time were kind of astronomically low, and yeah, that was really cool. So day 26 went really well. I realized today that this is the part of Route 66 that cars took place on, so that's neat, and saw a bunch of cool stuff today. So gonna keep moving through this, and eventually I'll get over to Flagstaff probably in the next week or week and a half. So yeah, having a good day. Since the start of this trip, I have dropped a total of 2,022 times, averaging 72 drops per day, with week 1 being 460 drops, week 2 being 520, week 3 being 557, and week 4 being 485.
Day 27. I walked 14 and a half miles today. I stopped actually a little bit early because some very kind people on a historic landmark of Route 66 called me over and offered me breakfast. So who was I to decline a delicious plate of shredded hash browns, bacon over medium eggs, and a pancake? It was gas. It was so good. There was one guy out there, he was saying that he had passed me like 3 times already between that spot and like 30-40 miles back. So that was cool. Yeah, very nice people. It was a great time. Got to hang out, chat for a while. It was nice to have positive human interaction from people who were enthusiastic about what I was doing. I truly think that the single hardest part of this trip is the boredom when I'm on a long stretch. Having music in my ears is fine. It really helps when I have someone to talk to on the phone, but I have 0 signal for at least the next couple days. And yeah, man, I just get bored. I get so bored. Like, all I can focus on is like how much time has passed, what time is it, how many miles have I gone? And I try to tune that mental noise out and focus on anything else, but I run out of things to think about, man. I'm just bored. So yeah, anyway, it was nice to talk to people, and I'm looking forward to getting past this part of Route 66 and into Flagstaff, because while I am going to have a ton of incline to face as I go up a lot of elevation, it's going to be so worthwhile when I'm in civilization again and can, I don't know, just have more stuff to look at, think about. I have a handful of things that I need to get at some stores, the kind of stores that are only going to be available in a real place. So yeah, looking forward to Flagstaff. But today was all right. Tomorrow going to do much of the same, and yep, day 27.
Since the start of this trip, I have walked 426.44 miles, averaging 15.23 miles per day, where week 1 was 100.68 miles, week 2 was 104.94, week 3 was 110.6, and week 4 was 110.22. Day 28, last day of week 4. I am doing some laundry. I just showered, shaved. Obviously not the mustache, but I gotta keep the rest of this clean and tidy. But put that right there. But yeah, doing laundry, resetting for the week. About to put this clip into the weekly video. I'm gonna work on editing that while I wait for the washer. And then we're gonna check out these caves. We are staying at, I think, America's largest dry caverns. That sounds right. And yeah, this is our last night here, so we're gonna check that stuff out before we leave. And it's only like, it's not even noon yet, so we got time to eat at the little restaurant they got here and check out these caverns. I'm a little tired today. Fork found in kitchen. Poop found in butt. But yeah, I'd really like a rest day, honestly. I'm not taking any rest days because I want to have the most accurate measure of how many days this took. But man, I'm like, I go so back and forth between listening to my body when it tells me it's overworked and it needs a break, and listening to my body when it tells me, yeah, I can take some more of this. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep pushing until something snaps, and hopefully something doesn't snap. But yeah, day 28. I'm still out here on Route 66 and heading towards Seligman, Ash Fork, Williams, and then Flagstaff. So yeah, just doing the thing. Missing my wife and my dog.